I posted a joke about Israel because it was funny. And this account trolled me. This account had a profile picture that was a Pokemon. So, you know he's legit. And Pikachu said, criticizing Israel is anti-Semitic. To which I said, why? He said, because Israel is a Jewish state. And I said, well, did you know that Israel is 20% Arab? So can't I 20% criticize Israel? Also, last time I checked, I'm an American, which means I can criticize any country I want. Yes. In fact, that's what we do best out here. We criticize countries we don't even know anything about. I think this is a basic human right that should be allowed across the world, that people should be able to freely criticize any country that they don't agree with the actions of. This is as simple as it gets. I don't see why there should be any disagreement. Do you guys remember in 2022 when Iran cracked down on its people after the massive protests? Can we all agree that that was an oppressive act by Iran's government and that was horrible and we should condemn that? We can all agree that, right? We can all agree. See, that's Islamophobic, okay? Because Iran is a Muslim country. Do you see how that's silly? That we can't just take the national religion of a country and use it to conflate criticizing a country with hate of that religion? That's so silly, okay? If we can freely criticize Iran, we can freely criticize Israel, okay? They're both countries in the Middle East. They both start with an I, okay? Sure, one's known for carpets, one's known for carpet bombing. I'm just saying, I can make that joke because it's only 20% of my set. I want to make it very clear. I'm against anti-Semitism. A lot of Palestinians are frustrated that we constantly have to prove that we are not anti-Semitic. Trust me, you talk to any Palestinian, we've been asked 1,000 times. And I don't get frustrated. I actually love it. I love proving to people that I'm not anti-Semitic. I'm like, no, come here, I love you. Like, I'm here to love, okay? I get aroused just thinking about it. Actually, I get aroused thinking about how much I love Jewish people. I love the Semitics, as Trump would probably say. I love the Semitics. Yeah, I'm not anti-Semitic. I am pro-Semitic. I support Semitism. Yes. You know how pro-Semitic I am? I'm so pro-Semitic that I am Semitic. Yeah, you didn't know? Arabs are Semitic too. You didn't know that, Pikachu? How can I be Semitic and anti-Semitic at the same time? Do I just equal to zero? What is some matter, antimatter shit? It's like calling a tomato anti-fruit. It's like, I'm fruit too. Yes, if you didn't know what Semitic means, Semitic refers to Semitic peoples. Semitic peoples are people who speak Semitic languages, and the three main Semitic languages are Hebrew, Arabic, and Aramaic. So unless you know Jesus Christ directly, the Semitic people that you know in your life are Arab and Jewish people. Those are your Semitic friends, okay? Check in on your Semitic friends. They're not doing too well right now, okay? So that's what Semitic means, Arab and Jewish people. Now, just to clarify here, the term anti-Semitism originally was created to speak about hatred towards both Arabs and Jews. It was actually created by a Jewish Austrian scholar in the late 1800s in reference to a French scholar who was saying that the Semitic races are inferior to the Aryan races. And so this Austrian scholar said, hey, that's anti-Semitic, created a word. And then the Germans somehow heard about this and they said, yes, we are that. And he's like, no, it's supposed to be a bad thing. And the Germans are like, yes, we are anti-Semites. And so the word anti-Semite and anti-Semitic was popularized by the Nazis in reference to hatred for the Jews, because that's who they hated. And so the word became popularized as hatred to Jews. And so that's how double racist the term anti-Semitic is, because it was intended to mean hatred towards all Semitic peoples, and it became popularized as only hatred for the Jews. So not only is it horrible because it's about hatred, but it also left out the Arabs. It's double racist. So I know that's a long history lesson, but I typed it all out in the YouTube comment to Pokemon. And he just responded, ... And so I said, in conclusion, yes, anti-Semitism is typically meant about hatred towards Jewish people, and we must condemn that, but also do note that Semitic people include Arab people. So in a sense, the term is also hateful to Arab and Jewish people. And Pikachu finally responds. He says, well, I don't hate Arabs and I don't hate Jews, I just hate you. Well, the truth comes out, I see. I'm like, well, I can live with that. I can live with that. But just so you know, that is anti-Semitism. Anti-Semitism. There's a genocide going on in Gaza, and if you're not entirely sure that it's a genocide, look up the definition of genocide. And if you still don't think it's a genocide, you don't understand how definitions work. The word genocide upsets a lot of people. People are like, no, it's not a genocide. And you're like, why? You're like, because it doesn't feel like a genocide. Oh, is that how we go by now? What you're feeling, it's a genocide. So much so that South Africa has tried to charge Israel with genocide. If South Africa goes after you for racism, you know you don't up. And they're making their case, but I think they could have been a little more aggressive. The only mistake I think South Africa made was they didn't hire Cat Williams as their prosecutor. And this motherfucker's fake, and this motherfucker's fake, and this motherfucker is an industry plant. Only some people saw the interview, that's fine. But yes, it's a genocide if you look up the definition. It's a genocide. I've heard a lot of people try to argue that it's not. Like, it's not a genocide because there's still Palestinians left. Like, what the f***? That's not how it works. The worst thing I heard was, oh, how is it a genocide if the Palestinian population keeps increasing? You're like, first of all, how do you know that? You're clearly tracking the population, which sounds like somebody who would commit genocide would do. This one guy was like, how is it a genocide if the Palestinian population has increased by 500% in the last 50 years? I'm like, okay, you're definitely trying to commit a genocide. You are tracking that population way too hard. But it's true. The Palestinian population has increased by 500% in the last 50 years. It's almost doubled in the last 20 years. Why? Because they're trying to counter a genocide by multiplying. That's how you do it. Take notes. Because Palestinians, they're using the one weapon they have. It's not rockets, it's not rocks, it's drive. You know what I mean? Palestinians are really good at procreating. I mean, like, really good, okay? I mean, like, really good. Trust me, like, really good. From the river to the sea, we be
Wow, that sucks. The aliens are out there, but they haven't wanted to come here. Because they f***ing love my country. They love trailer parks. They love the state of New Mexico for some reason. They love people who are stoned out of their minds. So you would think, with all the marijuana and drugs here, you would see a lot of aliens, but you don't. I agree. I think they're real because, you know, probabilistically, like, it's a big universe. So why wouldn't there be, right? Why wouldn't there be some other life form out there? I think the problem is, though, we always assume that aliens are going to look something like us, or that they're going to, you know, whenever they like draw that stereotypical alien, it's always like he's green, tall, like bug-eyed, and like super skinny, which is like super disrespectful. Like, what if they're like jacked? Like, these aliens are jacked. They come down here, it's like, bro, I hit the gym. What are you doing? I believe there's aliens. I'm just waiting for them to finish laughing. It's the first time I heard laughter all night. I'm trying to enjoy it. Get it where you can. Get it where you can. Okay, give me one more topic. Boy, okay, slow down. Nobody say anything new. What was yours? There was one over here. Snoop Dogg at the Olympics? He went? Why? What, he just showed up and he's like, was he like rapping or was he? He's fishing? Wait, what? He's just supporting. He's getting paid. Oh, he lit the torch? What a world we live in now, where like when I was a kid, like Snoop Dogg lighting a joint was like taboo. And now they hire him to like light the most noteworthy, flammable thing in our world right now. And we're like, yeah. And then, okay, what'd you say over here? Oh. Are bicycles eventually going to go faster than cars? They already are? Or you mean they do in Amsterdam because your traffic sucks? Ha ha ha. You reeled me in, guys. You reeled me in. Yes, you're absolutely right. When I was mapping how long it was going to take for me to get to the venue tonight, it said 18 minutes by car, 15 minutes by bike. I was like, something wrong there. And you have really good bike paths. You're very bike friendly. What? Not you, them? I wasn't talking to you specifically. I wasn't saying you are very bike friendly. Good job. I was talking about this whole, because I know Amsterdam, like you love bicycles, and there's also a lot of like sexual fluidity here. So I say you're bike curious. That's what I do, guys. That's what I do. Well, this set has been you guys have been great. It's been, for me, it's been like pulling teeth, like a Zionist at a dentist's office. And it really makes me miss the politics of Los Angeles, to be honest. Thank you so much. Love you guys. Thank you.